Hello and welcome to this fourth tutorial video on how to make a ragdoll body. This tutorial should help you whether you're using our instructions alongside one of our kits where the fabrics are supplied or whether you're using it to recycle your own fabrics. In this video I'm going to talk you through putting your ragdoll together. The first step of putting our body together is to have the body front and the body back. Make sure you know which is the right and wrong side and check where your darts are, and make sure your seams are on the outside, because what we're going to do is put the right sides together lined up at the bottom here, and we're going to line that dart up and then add a couple of pins just at the bottom here, and then do a few holding stitches just to hold this section together, and we're going to 1/2 centimetre out from the dart on each side using back stitch. Now we're going to insert the legs. We have our body which is right side in still, and our legs which are turned right side out. Make sure the body front is on top facing you and it's sewn to the body back just on those holding stitches and open at the sides. Your leg is facing toward you, toes pointing forwards, and we're going to butt this edge right up against the holding stitches there, right close up against them, and when we pin that into position it will give us 5 millimeters on the outside edge, which is our seam allowance. There we go. Pin that into place. Make sure the two far edges of the body, the bottom corner there, is all level, and open the other side, but this edge up against the holding stitches again. Make sure it's all level at the bottom, because when you sew across you need to go through all 4 layers, the 2 layers of the leg and the 2 layers of the body front and body back. Line that bottom corner up so you have your 5 millimeter seam allowance on the outside of the leg, and there you go. Now you're going to sew right the way across through all 4 layers with your 5 millimeter seam allowance. Our legs are in position and sewn along the bottom edge. Let's sew the shoulders together. Turn everything over so the back is facing you. Fold down the body backs and fold the legs so they're tucked into the body. Lift the body back up and line up the 2 shoulders, the shoulder front and the shoulder back. Pin those in position. I'm going to use a couple of pins just to make sure it's all lined up again. Makes it so much easier when you're dealing with this thing that's becoming a little bit bulky. There we go, and sew across the 2 shoulders. We've sewn our body front and back together. We've sewn our shoulders together. Now we're going to insert the arms. Our arm is right side out and the thumb is pointing up. So hand first, we're going to pass it in between the front and back of the body parts and out through the back opening. So we're pinning it right close up against the shoulder, making sure it's the seam that's right up against the shoulder, and we're going to pin it into position. Now there's a slight angle on this top part of the arm and we have to make sure that's level with the body, because that means the arm is sloping down slightly from the shoulder. Gives her a much more natural look. And then making sure that the leg is tucked in, we're going to carry on pinning down the body all the way down. We don't want to catch the leg in the seam as we're sewing the body sides together, otherwise you're unpicking your body side. So pin it all the way down, and when that's done you're going to sew from the top of the shoulder right the way down to the bottom, and then repeat that with the other arm, obviously pointing in the opposite direction, right side out, and as always thumbs up. And now we're going to sew up the top of the body back. We're going to tuck the arms in. It's getting a little crowded in this body. Tuck them right in and bring the top of the body back together, and you'll see your 2 marks. You're sewing just between those 2 marks. You're leaving this area below open so that you can stuff the body. Pin that in place, and then just sew that section. Our final body part, as it were, we're going to attach the head to the body. Turn your body over so the front is facing you, and make sure your eyes are marked on the front of your face so you can see that's definitely the front. It's all wrong sides out, right sides in. And the notch that you marked on the front of the neck, line that up with the notch on the front of the body and pin it into position. On the other parts of this neck, you're going to be able to use those same notches to line up against a seam. So the notch on the back of the neck will make sure that that's exactly in the right position when you line it up with the seam where the two back pieces come together. Just there. And on the side of the head, it's even easier. You have a seam on the head, you have a seam on the shoulder. So line those two seams up exactly and pin that into position. And then continue pinning all the way around, and then sew all the way around. We've sewn the neck to the body all the way around, so let's turn her over, or him maybe, and out of the body back in a bizarre alien movie kind of parody, we're going to pull the body parts out through the back opening and turn the body out through the back opening. When that's all done, we turn the head out through the back opening too. Pull the ears out straight, and we're ready to start stuffing our doll, which we'll do in the next video. Well done. All done. In our next tutorial video, we're going to be stuffing our ragdoll, sewing up the seams and doing those little touches like elbows and knees. That concludes our tutorial video. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, please subscribe to the channel, give us some feedback and a like. There are more videos coming soon.